around.
Hey, girl.
What just happened?
It says we're live.
Right?
Yeah. We are live.
We are live. Like, this is so weird. I don't know what the hell is going on with everything, but I am just so over it. Mercury is totally in Gatorade, and I'm over it.
I don't have any
Okay.
Gatorade.
So anyways, but I think we are live. We're actually panning out there. And so it's just going to say this, and this is going to be our shot right now. I can't adjust or do anything with it. Isn't that great? It just killed everything. I don't know what the fuck today. Okay. Anyways, hello, everybody. We're on Binge Bitches. This has been the shittiest show that's never even started yet. How about that one? Okay. So just talking about things like Nelson.
Yeah.
What? Just what is this?
What are you wearing?
This is my Palm Springs look, okay?
Who are you wearing?
This is my caftan from Cafco.
Oh, you got an official Capco?
I did. I got an official Cafco from O'Day because, you know, we're friends and we got to support gay designers. So the gay little small businesses. So. And not just because he's a small man. Not just because he's a small man. He's just a small business owner.
A small business owner. So he's adorable. I love freaking O'Day.
It is sweet, yeah.
And his women's fashions, and now he branded into like full captain before, like right as quarantine was started.
This is like super comfy too. It's like super light and like it's nice.
You better get a free one after this.
Send me some more, girl. Send me some more.
We'll have to edit like the beginning and be like, okay, so this wasn't that bad. Anyways, okay, so I'm gonna put this computer down because I keep looking at it. That's bad, so I can just actually look at you guys and focus on you guys. What a morning it has been, because I'm just kind of like feeling like ugh right now. Anyways, Gunther, what's going on with you and the whole Beyonce fantasy that you have going on behind you?
This is an ode to my Halloween costume.
Oh.
Princess Jasmine?
No.
Who is that?
It's a tiger.
Oh, you're going to be a tiger?
No.
She's going to be Joe Exotic? You're going to be Carol Baskin.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So we're going to see a lot of TikToks featuring the Carol Baskin on Gunther. I love it.
Very excited.
I haven't planned anything.
Joe Exotic.
I have like no reason to dress up. Like, you work in the public eye, so you have like a reason to like go and like do something and costume it up.
And then Swiss Embassy is sending me a mask that they made for me to wear that has Carol on it.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
You know, I slid into their DMs and asked them if they could do it, and they said yeah. And I was like, yay.
Oh God.
So yeah.
You're becoming...
There's no other mask that looks like it. I have the one and only.
Yeah.
See, the thing is but as soon as yours if it gets popular and if people start asking... Oh, yeah. I'm just saying, you might be...
the first.
You are a trendsetter.
Influencer, I like to think of it.
Exactly. Nelson, how's your house up there in Palm Springs?
It's cute. It's not bad. It's very, like, it's an older house, so it gives me very 70s vibes.
Okay.
But, like, so the guys that own this house have, like, the worst decorating taste. Like, I wish I could, like, take you on a tour of the house to show you the awful decorating choices they made. But, like, so I'm in Maddie and Colin's bedroom, and we call the room that I'm in right now the safari room, because they have zebra chairs, but then it's a bright orange wall with a bright orange accented table. And then, so their bed is also a leopard print bed, but it is a turquoise leopard print, like an aqua. And then they decided to mix it with polka dots, like black and white polka dots. And listen,
I love it.
I'm all about mixing textiles. Like Ralph Lauren's very famous for it. Diane von Furstenberg. But like these textiles are like the tackiest textiles I've ever seen. And then
why aren't you doing photo shoots? You're doing photos around the house. Like,
and then, and then there's a picture of a motorcycle above the bed, which I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is this?
This is like, it's like all the odd shit that you have. Like, we have a bunch of stuff like right now, you know, like in storage behind, you know, things. And so like when you buy a second property, it's like, oh, there's a place for all this shit to go. And so that's really what it probably is probably just kind of like, that's a storage facility for the real house, you know?
Yeah.
So.
But it has a pool and a jacuzzi, so that's all that really matters.
I love it. So I'm jealous of that. Like, I need like a little bit of a getaway. So
yeah, we just been drinking by the pool all day is all we've been doing. So that's it.
See, like, I need that. Like, as you can tell, my life is a mess. I'm in shambles right now. Tatters. Tatters. Okay. So I'm gonna hopefully have this. It is going right now, and it's live on YouTube. I don't know if it's live on Facebook, but it'll probably pop up later if it does. Anyways, let's talk about some stuff. So first off, Real Housewives of OC made a comeback this week. I don't want to discuss it too much in full, just because, like, I don't know. Like,
I didn't watch it at all, so.
Oh, so you didn't even watch it? See,
no.
It doesn't feel like appointment viewing. It feels like something that I'm going to watch and, like, just kind of, like, during the week as background. That's what it kind of feels like to me, just because, like, Kelly Dodd's a terrible person. And if we're going to be
finding out more and more that she's a terrible person. Did they say that everyone that went to her wedding is sick now?
Yes, and she's like posting like Shannon sending her like prescriptions and shit, and she's like, yeah, and she's like coughing, and you're like, what is going on here?
Do
Kelly
we know
Dodd.
if Ramona went to it?
I'm gonna be taking you guys with me as I go. Ramona, I don't think she did. I think Ramona has kind of kept her ass over in, what do you call it?
Florida.
In New York.
Yeah, in Florida right now.
Is she at Mar-a-Lago?
No, she's in New York because she's been in the Hamptons a lot. That's what she's been basically posting tons of right now, is like she's going to, like, she had like a Gatsby dinner party that she just went to at a friend's house like 2 days ago. And it's because this is what happens when I scroll at night, like on Instagram, is I'm finding out what all the housewives are doing, the ones that I don't care about and all that. I spilled so I need to get a towel. So as we're talking, so that's why you guys just got a little bit of a tour of my house.
We saw nothing.
We'll give you a better one later.
I've been to your house. It's okay.
Yeah. You're one of my servants.
How dare you?
Nelson's been my bartender at my parties. Because of COVID, I'm probably not going to have him this year.
Oh, I know, that's so sad.
I know, like, it's really the best party ever, and like so good. And we always have like a record-breaking like toys that actually donate. We do all the toys through Home Start San Diego. We do a toy drive here at my house, and we've been doing like over 200 now lately of like toys actually donate.
That's awesome.
And it's been good stuff because the people who come, like, they sometimes band together, and like we've given bikes away and like little pianos and stuff like that. So it's not like shitty like little toys. And that's something too, is that people are like, oh, what should I bring? I'm like, don't go to Big Lots and bring a toy. Like, if you okay, honestly, this is a PSA to anybody who is watching right now. And if you are invited to donate to a toy drive, don't go to Big Lots, or you can go to Big Lots, but buy the big toy. You always get the better toy. Don't be getting markers and crayons and Hot Wheel cars, because that's what those people can afford. That's what they're getting all the time. You get them the good stuff from Target. You get them top shelf from Walmart, but get kids the good stuff. The thing is, it's so much more because the parents can buy all the little stocking stuffers. Get the kids a main gift that the parents can give to the kids. That's really a big part of that. So that's my PSA. Don't be cheap when you're getting the toy drives. So I feel very strongly about that. Okay. So anyways, go back into the Real Housewives of OC statement. It's just that, like, it feels icky this year, doesn't it? Like, there's no Tamara to be the icky, so everybody is.
I feel like it has potential, though.
It does. But I don't know. Like, I feel like the new girl Elizabeth has Trump supporter teeth. I said this.
Yeah.
You can quote that. Like, they're those big teeth that barely have a divider in between them. It's kind of like one big flipper. from like Toddlers and Tiaras, but adult edition. That's what those people have. Like, and it's like, it's just up there, it's happening. And so, the other part of that too, so, and then just the whole Kelly dot of it all is just, it's reprehensible that they're not doing anything about it. When they've done it on Southern Charm, they've done it. This year, they're going into it deep with Catherine, you know, and they got rid of Tom because he's problematic and all that shit. On Vanderpump, that's the reason why that show can come back and has a redeeming thing about it, is because they got rid of problematic and they kind of they were the first one to set the tone. They got rid of 4 cast members this past year.
Yeah.
And so, ooh, have y'all heard the gossip about Jax and all that?
No.
Okay, so Jax has been saying like, yeah, we're going to be going back to film, blah, blah, blah. And people that are actually doing pre-production on the show, they're like, Jax hasn't been asked to come back. We don't know where we're getting this information from. They were like, the new Vanderpump Rules is going to be, it's going to be a very different show. And the only ones who are guaranteed right now are the Toms and their wives. That's it. When they said like, you know, everybody, like, yeah, that it is basically LA can't get its shit together. So LA County keeps on getting shut down even further and further. So they don't have what we do here in San Diego, you know, by way of open restaurants. So like Tom can't even just go back to work and just start doing stuff, you know.
Yeah. They're
gonna be a takeout restaurant. People will be fucking in the back room. That's what's gonna happen.
Sir is open right now though.
We'll see. Well, then there you go. So that's probably why that they're probably gonna start. They're probably shooting now.
I just don't think Tom can be. They don't have an outdoor area. Sir is more outdoors.
Yeah, Tom has that little tiny garden. It's a closet.
Yeah,
Tom's a closet. It is like it's the old porn store. It's Chichi Louis store.
Yeah.
Well,
they did expand though next door, so I don't know if they got that done. They were supposed to.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the season, they announced that they were expanding.
That's true. Well, that's the thing that on the side there, it says fuck Trump, or something like that on the side. Like, because people are like, oh, look, Tom's taking a stand. Like, cause people have just put that on their walls. But anyways, so rest of this Real Housewives of OC, Gina is a mess. That woman is a wreck. Like, not aspirational living at all. She lives in a closet too. Like, and then she put more people in it.
Like there's a Brady Bunch.
Yeah, she's like, it's like the Brady Bunch, but poor. And like, and the hair. Like, how do you start with better hair than you do and evolve over the seasons? Like every other housewife started terrible and then they work themselves up. And how is it that she just crumbles a little bit more each year? Her life is more in tatters than mine is, okay? And we saw how long it took to get this up. So,
and COVID is not helping her in any case.
And then I will say Shannon did look happy with the boyfriend. That was the best home scene Shannon has ever had with the kids, the boyfriend. He's attractive in the sense that like he's a lot more attractive, I think, than her ex-husband, David Gore. And he's just smiley and he's like nice to her. Like she's never had somebody be nice to her while she was cooking. You know what I mean? Like whenever Shannon had cooking her like quinoa and whatnot, he just stands there and eats chips all angry. Like remember, like he was training for a marathon, but he would make sure he would eat chips in front of her. Like rude. Like so I mean that's something about the whole door of the situation. Who else?
Emily.
Kelly, yeah. Emily's husband is kind of like a good guy. They're rewriting that narrative.
Good luck. He's a dick. Everyone knows he's a dick.
No one liked him last year. He was so mean to her. Like
nobody's ever liked him. He's terrible. He's mean. He's rude. Yeah. He's snarky. Like, and I also like we don't trust him, right? Like,
no.
He was supposed to be, he never passed the bar. Even if he left the house, was staying at a hotel, supposed to be studying and everything else. Yeah. Left her with the kids, no responsibility, didn't want to show up to things. Like, rude. Remember when she performed at parents?
Remember like, after all that, you still couldn't pass? Like, he was fucking around. That's what he was doing.
But here's the thing. I'm asking this question. Nelson, do you remember how dark it was when Emily performed with like the Pussycat Dolls to her parents-in-law?
Yeah.
When she seduced her parent-in-law, like, and then he showed up the next day.
Yeah,
like hers is it's sad. It's a sad story. It feels icky. What else here? What else do we have from them? But Kelly Dodd and her Trump supporter. I don't know if he's a Trump supporter. We can't say that, but I would assume so because they go. Yeah.
I mean, he works for Fox News, so I mean.
And they've also they were photographed with Donald Trump Jr. and what's her name, the demon who screams. They were photographed with him at something back in like February, and so yeah, they're bad people. And poor Jolie.
I don't think they could have got rid of her because it's such a small group of girls and they're always do everything together too. So there's no way to edit her out. Like they did like on Below Deck, they edited the one guy out. Like you didn't even know he was there and he was still.
Do you think it's going to be like a Leanne Locken situation? And
this is going to be her last season.
They'll rip her to shreds at the reunion.
Yeah, and then this is going to be her last season. I think so.
She's problematic as hell. Was there anybody else in the show that we didn't mention?
No, that's it.
That's it. That's all we have from a cast. They all look the same. Like when you see them all with their oranges, you know, at the beginning, like they all look the same.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like their skin all looks the same, and they washed their hair to look almost the same. So it's kind of like I don't know. But flashing from that over to Real Housewives of Potomac. Potomac is a dream because it just delivers. It's just like, hey, we're a show. We're going to give you something to watch. And then you're all of a sudden, you're like, oh, it's over already. Like, oh, okay. Like, it's not one of those ones like where you're watching like New York this past season and you're like, oh my God, when is this going to end? Like this one, this show, Potomac just kind of like, oh, that was the last scene? They just ended in the middle of that conversation. Like, they're going to have to pick up that conversation. So it's more interesting. Okay, so little things about it that let's go around to. So Robin is clocked in as a full-on housewife. I'm very happy for this. I do like her, you guys. Yeah. Her tax situation is icky. $90,000.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of not saying you didn't do something. That you don't just hide. That's more than just for getting some receipts, you guys. like $90,000. That's real money. That's adult money. What is she doing? And this isn't the first time that Robin has had these financial problems either. So I just think it's a little it's icky. It's icky because it's a great housewife. When they did the flashbacks about Karen and Karen's problems and Robin being the one talking about it.
Yeah.
It was like, they're gonna bite you back in the ass. Oh my God. This past week was tax day. So this kind of like felt like at a right time when people are like anxiety over taxes. And we did it October 15th. I really did squeeze them in right last second. But I got them in. My taxes are done. So I'm not gonna be like Robin.
Good. That's good. I always get mine done right away. So I'm like,
I don't. It gives me anxiety. Financials give me anxiety because I grew up with like no money.
Yeah, because you're just like, if I'm gonna owe money, so
well, Nelson, you and me get money back.
Yeah. Well, no,
I did get back this year, so because I spent a lot of money on little things that were good for me to spend money, and I donated. I told you guys I donate, and I give out.
Leanne, we get it.
I'm part of the charity world. These are just hands.
I didn't do my taxes for like 5 years, and apparently you cannot not do that and then like not get caught not doing it. So I had to go back and like get everything done because they came after me and they were like, you owed money from this year. So I mean, they don't mess around. They put a levy on your account and they do everything, girl, to make sure they're gonna get their money. So. But I got a chance to get it right, and so since that happened, that's why I'm always on top of it now, just so I don't have to worry about it. So, and it turns out I didn't end up owing them money; they owed me money.
Well, that's the thing too. Is that I think they make taxes and financials so scary, so anxiety ridden, because you don't really ever learn like exactly about how to do it. You don't there's no class about taxes. You know what I mean? Like which should be something that we learn, not X equals whatever. You know what I mean?
So, I have a good tax guy now. I go to John Taylor, you know, Ginger John. So Ginger John does my taxes, and it's great. So it's all good.
So support gay businesses, and John's a gay business.
Support gay businesses.
Contact Nelson via IG, and he can put you in contact with John, and John can do your taxes. So, but anyways, okay. So let's get back to the Potomac of it all. The little luncheon with Candace and Robin. Okay, so when they sat down to have tea, how extra was Candace with that place setting and everything? Like, they are really writing this narrative of Candace is always like preparing for company in the kitchen, getting her stuff done. It's a constant thing with her. But like the strawberries under the glass little thing, like, I kind of want that. So I might have that at my next party, especially with COVID. So I'm gonna have a party, you guys. We can't. I hate this year. So with those two, but the thing is what we learned inside that discussion is that Candace might now file charges. So this is like the beginning of that conversation here. So those are kind of the big takeaways from that scene, besides the little place settings. And then we also had, let's just jump over to Robin and her husband with the role play thing.
That was so weird.
It's really weird to have it on. It was like, okay, do y'all watch Modern Family ever?
Yes.
No.
Okay, it was like when Claire and Phil. Yeah, so if you watch Modern Family, and Nelson, you probably will at one time, because as soon as depression grabs hold of you, you will find yourself spiraling. So that's how you start watching Modern Family, because you're depressed and you miss people, and then you're like, "Oh, this is a family." Like, and then after a while, you're like, "I don't even like this show," but you watch it. Okay, so anyways, but on Modern Family, Phil and Claire, they have like there's this ongoing narrative, the two of them like role play at like hotel bars and shit like that. And so to spice up their marriage. And that's basically what they were doing here on Potomac Housewives, is that Robin was going in there with a wig, you know, switch my wig, make it feel like cheating. Like, so, yes, she got the whack. But so it was cute enough, you know, that whole like little thing. And then, what else do we have here? Okay, Karen taking the girls with her to, is that me clicking?
Yeah.
To back home.
Because I need stuff. Hello?
Hello. There you are.
Hello?
There you are, Peter.
Hello?
Okay. So anyways, the whole, what's his name? What was I just saying? Oh. Karen. She was taking the girls with her to Surrey. Okay, number one, Surrey, Virginia. Okay, is like that name just sounds like gonna be in nowhere. Like a Surrey with like it's like Oklahoma, Surrey with the fringe on top. Like, is that what it is? It's based off of the covered wagon, basically. They also like she's gonna take Robin with her, and she's taking Giselle, which is a weird trio, you know, for those three. And like it's becoming more of the glue between the girls, though. Are you noticing this? Like, she's been real good to make sure she gets a scene with each person. Like, she's woven herself in really, really well this week.
Who, Karen?
Yeah.
Okay, the popping is not me. It's one of y'all.
I don't know.
Probably Nelson.
I'm not doing anything, though.
It's so weird.
I mean, I can hear it, so.
I do, too. Okay. Anyways. It's Nelson. It has to be. Every time Nelson moves. Okay. Wait, we'll test it. Look. If I mute Nelson's mic,
I'm mute.
I don't know. Okay, we just did a little test. I don't know what it is.
The test of the emergency broadcast system.
For real. Anyways, so she was gonna take them back home. The whole scene with them getting into the car and Ray not wanting to give Karen a kiss. He was just like, "Get out of the house. See you later. Y'all gotta go."
He's so mean to her.
He was done. He was done. He had it. He was done. He was like, "Get out of my house."
He's over it. I think he's over the show.
I think he's over the show. He's over her not being his wife anymore. Like, she is a celebrity now. He is not appreciative of any of that.
Yeah.
So, okay. Now I feel like Nelson, I'm moving everything. Okay. Okay. And then the other thing too is just like the whole, when they get out there, number one, little Miss Ashley's shoes. You're going to wear those on a car ride? You're going to keep your feet like locked up like that for a 2-hour car ride? Girl, you really trying. Like, so the whole homecoming thing, I think it was sweet seeing Karen's family. They look, you know, it was cute kind of seeing like that other end. It's something that like, it didn't feel as forced as some of the other housewife homecoming scenes go. You know what I mean? Like, she has a relationship with these people. I did like Karen, you know, what was that homecoming parade? What was that?
So ghetto.
What was it for? Like, what was it for? They were like, I've never had somebody throw candy at me before. Like, tossing milk duds at Ashley's head. Like,
was it a high school homecoming? Like, I didn't understand.
I think maybe that's maybe what it was. It was like a homecoming parade, and Karen was special guest. You know what I mean, of the parade. That's what I would assume it is, because like, what else would you have a homecoming parade for? Like, why for her and not have like a big party of some sort? Or not be because she released the Dom perfume. Like, you needed to have like a reason. You know what I mean? To like the celebrity thing to come home. It was weird. She's sitting in the back of a Bentley. And then
I did love Giselle and Ashley at the very end, pretending they were in the parade. That was hilarious. We don't need no periwinkle suit.
Yeah. We don't need no periwinkle suit. Just start walking. It is just, it's so cute. Like, it is cute. Except for when Giselle, when they flash to her professionals, like, really take in what Giselle's wearing, and then you're kind of like, oh, I see exactly why the women are like this to her, because like at first glance you're like, oh, she's because she's so pretty. Her face is so beautiful, it's disarming, so you don't notice all the other stuff happening. But then when you back out of her face and you look and you're like, you're wearing a one shoulder sweater, bedazzled, and it's tight. Like, I don't understand it. Like, but you have to like really look at Giselle in that way. And but I love that. And then did anything else happen in this episode?
Not really.
Yeah. It was just like delightful TV. It was just kind of like, oh, let's check in with the girls, you know. Liking it. I'm really, really into it. Okay. So let's switch off of Potomac, because we got other things to talk about today as we talk about our like little bits of pop culture. Okay, so let's just talk pop culture grab bag. Actually, let's get into the what you binging things. Okay, you guys are both watching Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, I'm watching Dancing with the Stars.
Okay, so let's get hot takes on Tyra Banks. Gunther, go.
Awful.
Why? You have to give reasons.
She is the worst host ever. Okay, she does not know how to banter. She does not know how to make small talk. Like, they're supposed to do all this in the rehearsal because they have a dress rehearsal, and they're supposed to go through like certain questions that she's going to ask you. These people feel like these are the first time that they've ever heard this question in their life. And she's just like, she'll be like, what do you want to say to them right now? They're watching right now. What do you want to say? Go ahead, say something. They're all like, I love you. Like,
No, she's very Tyra. Like, it was like, remember like how Raja explained it on Drag Race when she was like, you know, like she'll be very prim and proper sometimes, and then she'll be like, girl, work, yes. Like, she does that. She's very Tyra, where she is very like, she's trying to be appeasing to like the white audience, which I feel bad for saying. But, and then she's very like, you don't want to say ghetto, but she's very this Tyra, like she's back like to normal, like. But she did that on Top Model too, you know, where she'd be all like fashion, but make it this. Like, you're like, okay, no, like, but that's what she's doing. So I just don't think it's really working. I don't want to say she's a bad host. I think she's doing good. She's just like it's just not natural for her to do like the banter and everything. It comes off forced almost, you know. So
yeah,
but it's kind of like how the girls I relate that to, like in Drag Race, when the girls are like, hey, like, let's talk about your mom's death while we're getting ready. Like, is that really supposed to be like a natural thing? No, they're trying to go for the jugular and get, you know, that TV moment. So
and she's like, she read the wrong people that were Stacey.
She's
too.
Like very.
What happened?
Really?
Where'd you go?
How did this go down?
Okay.
No, she like announced.
Are you
the
not
wrong
seeing anything?
people that were
1 second.
Do you remember that, Nelson?
Remember what?
When she announced the wrong people.
Oh yeah, she announced the wrong people on like
like
the show before that, and she explained that all.
Yeah,
and I
this
was
is live, everyone. I was just reading my cards. Well, you're reading them wrong, bitch. Goodbye.
Yeah. So I mean,
bring back Erin Andrews.
I hated Erin Andrews. I'm so sorry. Like
I loved her.
I was mad. I just felt like Erin Andrews was out of place. Like, I felt like she was very stiff and not great. So I don't know. I did not like her. I liked Brooke Burke. So
Brooke Burke was always like, "Look at my dress. Look how pretty I look."
I mean,
but
here's the thing too. Like, I'm sorry, the Spring Fling Queen is supposed to be pretty. I hate to say that, but she's supposed to be pretty. Erin Andrews is not pretty. I think she has.
Yes, she is.
No, she's not. She's not an ugly woman, but she's not Brooke Burke. She's not Tyra Banks. I'm sorry, she's not pretty to look at. Erin Andrews has fucking horse teeth, okay? And not like Julia Roberts or Sarah Jessica Parker have horse teeth. She had fucking horse teeth where she was getting ketamine on a carrot, okay?
That is so rude.
Tom had great they had great chemistry.
I did not like her at all. I thought that she was just so like, she tried too hard to be like your homegirl, but like she wasn't. Like, I don't know, not for me. So.
She's not for me. She's not for me.
We can disagree to disagree. That's totally fine.
The pictures you guys have sent me of Tyra Banks, though.
Yeah. I think she is trying a little too hard with the fashion, too, because she does switch her outfit like halfway through. So it's like, well, why are you switching your outfit? You don't need to do that, I think. Like, have one strong, good outfit, and, like, you're good. So
yeah. And I don't understand, like, she didn't even give birth, and she's got birthing hips. Like, I don't understand. Like,
well, she's a black woman. I'm like, she's curvy.
Yes, she did.
She never used to be that
She has
big.
a baby. She has a baby.
I remember her saying something
No,
about
she had a surrogate, though. It wasn't hers.
Oh,
I thought she did. Oh, I thought she did.
See, I didn't even know that she had a child until she said something like that on the show. I was like, I don't remember her being pregnant. I was like,
I think there's a certain amount, though, that like a woman's body does go through like a maturation, that sort of a thing. So, and plus, I mean, she's in her 40s. Like, let's let her be a little bit bigger. That doesn't excuse bad fashion.
Well, no, I'm saying the fashion she's choosing is making her hips even bigger, like than they're supposed to be. Like.
Exaggerated.
There's like 30 extra pounds in that hourglass.
So crazy.
But I don't think she's bad. And I think here's the thing, like we were talking about earlier too. I think after the whole, like, you know, because Black Lives Matter has been so like notorious this year, and it's there. Like, it's very visible. I think a lot of networks were just jumping on having a change and making sure that change was a person of color, or seeing that there was diversity in the show. Having a black woman be the host of your show, that diversifies the show. It changes it and moves it in a different direction from it being two white people hosting the show.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Kiriana Nava and Bruno, they're not white. So
I get that.
No, I think a big part though too is Tyra's got a production credit now on it. She has a deal with ABC, and so I want to know, like, what was the conversation though to like was Tom Bergeron kind of nudged out of the thing, or did he just kind of not want to do it anymore? Because he's done it for 20 seasons.
She has executive producer credit too. So
yeah,
I mean,
that's why
because
she like a Kris Jenner isn't gonna let somebody else manipulate her image. She's creating what she wants us to see on this. That's the part. That's the other part of this.
The only thing that doesn't look good for her, though, as I will say, is because she's been a host for a lot of reality competition shows, but hasn't done well, right? She hasn't stayed at anywhere too long. She did America's Got Talent, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like last.
But they rotate. Okay. Yeah, but don't they rotate out of that one too? I mean, because that's been Nick Cannon and all kinds of other people, hasn't it?
Well, it's Terry Crews now, right?
Yeah. See, like that.
So do they just rotate people? Like they don't keep anyone? Like there's no allegiance to anyone? So
well, here's the thing. My thoughts on it, and this is somebody who works in TV maybe can fill us in even more. But I think there's a certain amount of being a celebrity to be attached to something is a lot for a whole year, because it's not just when you're shooting, it's the press cycle around it, it's the extra stuff before it starts, and then it's the press cycle after. During that time, you really don't have any time to do any of your actual pursuits if you're a real actor. If you're a host that wants to do things, like Nick Cannon couldn't make a movie because he's been hosting, you know what I mean? So like, then he becomes associated with TV so much that then the movies don't want him anymore.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
So you got
Ryan Seacrest made it work. Ryan Seacrest has like 50,000 jobs, and girl made it work.
But he's only a host, and Ryan Seacrest is also the producer of everything.
No, I know.
So he has final say. So it's different from being actually on camera all the time, because Ryan Seacrest is not come for like one thing, and then he does two radio shows, you know, and then he has all of his production. Like, what's going to happen now that you know the Kardashians are over? He's losing money. I mean, he's richer than rich, you guys.
I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, I think
he's like richer than rich.
She got American Idol money. She got fucking now Ryan and Kelly money. So
because isn't Ryan associated with the Shaws of Sunset too? I think
so.
Yeah, I think he's a producer on that.
Well, good for him.
Yeah.
He
knows how to TV. I mean, can you imagine that? Okay, like remember this? I just thought about this the other day. I don't remember why I thought about this, but me and Anthony were talking about something that was on TV. Anyway, but we were talking about the original host of American Idol, and it was Ryan
Dugelman,
Seacrest, and Brian.
They did the two hosting gigs for a while.
Dunkelman, Brian Dunkelman.
Yeah,
so Brian Dunkelman, and then Brian Dunkelman walked away from it because he just didn't. He thought it was stupid cheesy and pulled those big numbers. And stayed on, and then they decided we don't need anybody to be next to Ryan. Ryan can do it by himself.
Yeah.
Like, and then when you look at like what has Brian Dunkelman done since then, and what has Ryan Seacrest done? You stepped away. Wrong thing, brah. You could have Brian Dunkelman could have been like the Joe Rogan of like, you know, podcasting, doing all that. Like he's taken over something else while Ryan was doing Sirius XM and all that. It's crazy to see what happens to some of these hosts when they leave like a show.
Also, I think the difference between someone who wants to hustle and someone who doesn't want to hustle, like someone who wants, you know, to be famous or well known. I think Ryan Seacrest definitely wanted that, because I remember when he was just a radio personality, he was on Star 98.7, and like I remember him like signing, like I remember friends going, "Oh my god, we met Ryan Seacrest today, he's so pretty," like, and you don't think of a radio personality to be like an attractive person, but that's what he was doing, and that's how he was getting his foot in the door then. So I mean, it worked for him. So
totally, it's crazy. What's going on with the answers? Does anybody like really example?
What?
On Dancing with the Stars, are any of these celebrities actually good dancers? Like, who's standing out?
Sky Jackson's really good, I think. Yeah. Johnny Weir's doing really well. I mean, the last one he did was a contemporary piece, though. So, I mean, that was very, like, in his realm of things to do well, I think.
Johnny Weir?
Yeah. I'm surprised he's doing so well, though. Because
Ice Skater?
Yeah, the Ice Skater, Johnny Weir. Because, you know, he's so flamboyant, you know, and it's like, and Dancing with the Stars is supposed to be like a family, you know, like friendly show, to have someone so gay and flamboyant on TV like this, be featured like this. And it's a huge thing for them too, because he's also paired with the first black girl pro that they have. So it's like, of course, we're gonna put the gay guy and the black girl together, you know. Like, but she's really good too. So he is doing pretty well. And then who else? I think
that's they had Carson Kressley on. I think Johnny Weir's okay.
No, I think Johnny Weir's definitely gayer than Carson Kressley.
I don't know. That's a close call.
But it's nice to see him be accepted though. Like he's doing well, so it's good.
How's Carson doing? How's Carson doing?
No, he's off of it. But this
was
like a couple seasons ago.
What about
a couple seasons ago? Yeah.
What about Carol Baskin?
She's already gone.
Who?
What happened?
Carol Baskin, she's already gone.
Oh, Carol Baskin, she left like third episode. Yeah, she was. She's so old, she can't really move. You could see it. Like she's 74 years old. She moves like a 74-year-old woman. I mean, but she definitely camped it up. Like everything was a tiger theme. It was like it was so bad.
Jeannie or Jenny from The Real, she's doing really well.
Oh yes, she's doing well too. Yeah, she's kind of growing on me because her personality is so great. Yeah. So I would love to see her do well. And then I think that's it. Oh, Nev is doing, I guess, kind of well too. Nev from Catfish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He's so hot.
I have a feeling Dorinda Medley's going to be on next season.
Probably.
I have a feeling because Denise Richard has done it. Denise isn't doing it. Denise is too busy raking in that Hallmark money, girl. She like Lori Loughlin lost out on all the Lifetime and Hallmark movies, and that's why Candace Bray and like Lacey. Oh my God. Okay, so I was watching in a hotel. So I'm gonna start switching gears here because we're gonna get out of that. When I was working out of town, like, was very little on TV, and I didn't want to just stream. But I started watching Hallmark Channel, you guys. Okay,
yeah, it's awful.
It's awful, but you have to like watch. Okay, like you just kind of like stuck into a movie in a weird way. Lacey Charvet was in every movie. Like that's where she's working now. Like they were like Home for the Holidays. Lacey Charvet. Lacey Charvet on Angel's Wings. Lacey Charvet, and it was like, what is going on?
Who does that too? Actually, with Lifetime is Vivica A. Fox. Vivica A. Fox is like in every Lifetime movie now, and she plays like the same character on all of them. It's like Death of a Cheerleader, like My Daughter Got Killed by a Cheerleader. Like, and it's just like, what? Like,
it's so good. TV. Like the thing is, because we're getting into that season right now, like wanting to like watch like feel good shit again. You know what I mean? Like, because it's getting into cuffing season and all that. So speaking of, we have the return market sweep coming. You guys, are you guys excited about it?
Yeah,
I'm excited. Yeah,
it's coming back. It starts tonight.
I would definitely do it. I would like try to like be on it. That would be fun.
Jackie B and Sherry Vine are on it.
Who?
Jackie B and Sherry Vine.
Are they going to be a drag on it?
Yes.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Like they're in the previews and everything. Like he's been pushing awesome. It. So it's very, very cool. Jackie, have you seen what she's doing right now? Her stunts on Instagram?
No.
Okay, so Jackie Beat, she's one of my favorites. Like she's one of my
top I love Jackie. She's so sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, she's top 5 drag queens of all time in my book. And I got to work with her a couple years ago, and she's what you would want to work with.
We shared a dressing room with her a couple of times for Barracuda because she did a couple of Barracuda events. But always just really sweet, super professional. So
nothing bad to say. Nothing bad to say
about Jackie Beat at all. No, she's so
love
great.
Jackie Beat.
Yeah.
Her stunt right now on Instagram right now. She got her face done. So she just got her neck tightened, like, and she got plastic surgery. She got her eyes done.
Oh really?
Yeah, and now she's selling her face off real estate. And you can own a fraction of Jackie Beat's face for $20.
Wow!
So, and you don't get it in like a picture of her face and like a certificate, and basically that you own her face. So you can technically, if you buy like more of her face, you can maybe own shares and pay for her to get other kind of surgeries done. Just wondering if that's like a thing, but like, can I own 51% of this company? Like, I need to live. I need more research into the Jackie Beat face thing, so I'm gonna like actually ask about it. Okay, so that was that, and so Supermarket Suite's coming back with Leslie Jones, which is gonna be fun.
Yeah,
and so I wonder to have old what's his name in it. Rick. I wonder if he's going to be associated at all with it.
Who?
So, the old host.
Oh, I don't know.
So, it's Supermarket Sweep. I'm like, he's so excited about everything. Okay, guys. So, I read something this week, and it's so good. And Nelson, I know you like to read. I don't know if Gunther knows how to read. Gunther, do you know how to read?
I don't.
Oh.
If it has pictures in it, I'll read.
So,
Is it a
this.
pop-up book? Pop-up books are my favorite.
No, everybody's saying like read, like they've read the real book and then they go over to the audio. The audiobook is way better.
Audiobooks, yeah.
I did the audiobook because I like to like walk my dog and shit, and I can't be like those girls. Like I saw a girl today walking down the street, walking her dog, and she was reading a book. Like she literally had a book like this, and she's walking her dog.
That's so weird.
It's
weird.
In my neighborhood, I see it all the time. These white ladies be tripping, like literally they trip because they're looking at and there's like, I've noticed too in my neighborhood that like I have on every other block, there is one of those little neighborhood libraries where you can like throw your books in and take them out. Like everybody around here has them, and it's something I've just noticed recently.
They're cute.
So, anyways, yeah, there's one literally like 8 houses down from me. It's a haunted house. But so I read The Meaning of Mariah Carey.
Oh God.
Nelson, read the book. It's so good.
I heard it's good.
Not...
Andy Cohen was like, because it's one of his first books for his book company or whatever. He's saying it's such a good thing, but I don't like Mariah Carey. So I don't.
This will make you like her more. Because here's like it's her background in her life, you know what I mean, like her growing up, and she really gives a lot more background into her growing up with a black father and being biracial, her brother and her sister, and she was the lightest skinned of them, and she had the blonder hair, and so people, you know, they treated her differently, especially when she was with her dad. It's a whole thing of that, and like her police, but then she like here and there, like when you're listening to the audiobook, she'll just kind of ad lib and she'll like riff into things. She'll just sing a song and she's like, you're like, oh my God, Mariah Carey has been hiding everything in her lyrics for all these years. Like everything that she has went through. And where that is really, really evident. Spoiler alert, if you're reading the book, stop for a second, fast forward 5 minutes. Anyways.
The same company has another book coming out though too, with Anthony Cuomo from CNN, the reporter. He has a book coming out. I'm interested to read that book. I'm actually kind of attracted to Anthony Cuomo too. I don't know. Like I'm watching CNN and I'm like giving my political stuff on. I'm like, you're cute. Look at those lips.
He's beautiful. I have a TikTok about him. But here's the thing. She has a chapter in the book with her Peter. Okay. And
what?
She goes into the whole thing about how she was married to Tommy Mottola, and all of that is fascinating because they're talking about like she talks about when she was writing songs about Jermaine Dupri coming to the house, and there was cameras in every single room except for her shoe closet. Yeah. Like she talks about smoking weed with everybody. She smoked weed with the best of them, but she never smoked herself. You have to what do you call it? Shotgun her. Because the vocal cords, darling. Like she can't like, so she won't like actually she won't smoke, but you have to be to her mouth. So like literally her sister must be like like at her house. like I'm believing that happens. She don't mention that in the book, but that's in my head. That's what I'm seeing is that Mariah Carey just has people smoking her face all the time, literally. But with the whole Derek Jeter part of it, though, is that she goes into talking about like how the lyrics are literally what happened, that she was with him. She snuck out because she wasn't supposed to be going anywhere because her husband had a big tight grip on her. And like the car driver, all of the security, they all hit people. They were all blonde hair, blue eyes. She could never like call the police because she was the black girl in the house. I mean, it gets real deep and ugly in this. And so... But she talks about that she was like her assistant. They decided to go see Derek, and she started to fall for Derek because at this one at like the Oscar an Oscar after party or whatever, they were sitting at this table, and Derek came and sat with them, and then they were talking. He had the same upbringing as her because he's half Irish, half black. So that was something that they kind of like shared in common. So she became infatuated with him, and she like talks about like how she's walking out to the car. It was the first time she felt like she was going somewhere by herself, like, and all this. But she gets her assistant to basically say, oh, let's go get food, you know, like from a restaurant. So the driver's going to take them. So they're going to go to this little Italian restaurant down the street from where they lived and go get food. And so Derek didn't live too far from there. So what they did is when they went in the driver and everything, her assistant acted as a decoy and basically sat at the restaurant the whole entire time and would go out to the car and do things, while Mariah got back with Derek and they went to his house. And she's very, very adamant that she never like slept with him, that until she had her emancipation papers in hand, until she got her marriage, you know, finally divorced, signed. She went from the signing directly to Miami to his apartment. That's how sprung she was on him. Like she went straight there. But she talks about
Derek Jeter's not even that cute, girl. He got that broken nose and everything.
Derek Jeter was hot, and Derek Jeter in his time in the '90s, he was like a piece. And over there at the New York.
Derek Jeter was like the fuckboy of the '90s of the Yankees. Okay.
Well, that's the thing, and she's the one who helped install that. Like that was back in like early '90s.
Yeah.
When he was running around with the shampoo, you know what I mean? Like. But I love the book. Like she goes and then she starts singing lyrics of songs, and it's like exactly what she just basically described. And so a lot of that she hit all these things in her songs, and like Tony Mottola would start to realize like this isn't about me. Like you know the song "My All" is about Derek Jeter, and like that Mottola, like when they were sitting in the listening thing, and he was like, oh, so this is about somebody else. Like, you know, and he like left the room or whatever. And she was like, yeah, all my songs were always about nobody. Like, songs were always about imaginary loves. You know, the ones about heartbreak were about the family, and everything that had to do with love up until Butterfly were just imaginary lovers. She never wrote about Tommy Mottola until Butterfly, talking shit about how she wanted to be let go. Like, leave me alone was basically what she was saying at that point. But then she started writing about that's why we got the Butterfly album. Like Breakdown is a hot song because it happened during that era. So we will thank Derek Jeter for his service. So I would say like read it. It's good. You like reading the celebrity bios.
I do, yeah. So
I think let's end this today. Let's just do a quick little thing. So you're watching The Bachelorette. Have you always been a Bachelor Nation person?
Not always. I like it because like me and the girls at work will talk about it, and I mean I love both of them. Like I love when it's a Bachelorette. I love when it's a Bachelor. Because you know the girls are crazy, but when it's the Bachelorette, the guys are equally just as crazy too. So I mean it's always fun to kind of see like who's gonna do what. So I do have two favorites already. So
I did watch The Arrivals, a little bit of The Arrivals the other day.
Yeah. So
oh my God, the guy in the straitjacket, basically is stuck in a straitjacket for like the whole first 2 hours of like all the guys coming in. Like he's like literally like in a straitjacket, just like sitting on the couch,
right?
like standing in the corner. Ridiculous. Then we're seeing that she's already in love with somebody.
Yeah, she's already in love with Dale. So
she don't give a shit about anybody else in that house.
He's a good-looking man. Like he's definitely one of my favorites. He's so handsome.
He's tall. He's tall. He's mixed. He's pretty. But she's sprung already, and she doesn't care about anything else in the house. When she had a she's all, okay. I'm just that one was a lot. Like, oh, and it was like this bitch is wet standing there. It was like, just tell everybody to go home.
Exactly. Tell everyone to go home at that point. Bye, everyone. It's Dale. Bye.
I'm I'm not a Bachelorette person. I only watch it when I know some of the girls because I've known some of the crazy girls in the past.
Okay.
Like I know Crystal, who was in a couple of years ago with Ari.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know her. Like I know some of the other ones who I won't even claim because they're horrible people. But Crystal's a really cool girl in real life. She was the perfect villain for the show. But this one I might dip in here and there because it's the whole in quarantine kind of a situation. Yeah. So if you have to go home, it's like bubble. Like like you're done.
They showed that a lot during the show too, like the pre-show of it, which I appreciate. But they did like 30 minutes of like, hey, this is what we do to get into COVID, how we did to protect the show. I appreciate that, but I didn't need 30 minutes of it. So
I think they did it because it's going to places like Atlanta that don't care, and like Florida that don't care. Like, look, this is what we have to do to get back to work. So maybe not throw that circuit party,
right? Yeah.
Totally. So I think it's a little bit of that, but and I think it's gonna be a big switch too. He's there for some ulterior motive or something. That's what it seems like, and like so it's gonna explode in her face.
Yeah.
And then they keep bringing up that she's the bachelorette, and I'm like, I'm her age.
Well, she's 30. She's 39. Yeah. So
I know Gunther's older than her.
I am not. I'm 39 as well.
Gunther's 39 until he can actually celebrate.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I need to figure out what I'm going to do for my 40th. Gunther, let's have a joint party.
No.
Let's start in Vegas and then go to Hawaii. I'm just saying.
Everyone's going to die in Vegas on my birthday.
Everyone's going to die in Vegas, girl. Like, girl, come on.
I'm so going. So as soon as we figure out when it's actually going to happen.
Remember,
so excited.
Remember my birthday, girl? I was like, it was like 2:30 in the morning. You're like, we're going to go to this other bar. And I was like, what time do the bars close? They're like, they don't close. I was like, what?
They don't close.
I was getting back to the hotel room at 7:30 in the morning, and I was like,
okay,
girl,
that's what time I'm walking out of the bathhouse.
So let's end this on like, well, that's personal stories. Okay, but my favorite thing about that trip, or one of my favorite things, was when we went to the one bar that had the karaoke. Mm-hmm. It's like in the same plaza, like the one bathhouse thing, you know. Badlands. Okay, so we went to Badlands, and the one guy just came up and just started talking to us like he knew us. And it was the most uncomfortable thing because you were like, I don't want to talk to him. I'm not doing this right now. And then y'all left him with me. And he had
bye, girl, bye.
Full like comb over hair, and then I was like, yeah. He was like, oh, I gotta go change the song, and he was running the show.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
So that was a fun trip. We need more trips like that. Can COVID go away so you guys go take girls trip?
Girls trip.
Yes.
Like next year, we gotta be going to Vegas a couple times. I want to go to Hawaii next year. I want to go to like.
You do realize COVID isn't ending at the end of the year. Like
I know. At December 31st, it's over.
No, that's not how it
works. Listen, it's at midnight. The mask comes off.
We're still in the first wave.
I don't think there is. I think it's just a wave. I think it's just gonna be a wave. Like that's how the Americans are playing this out. It's just. They're just like, there's no first and second wave. It's just gonna be a big wave. As soon as grandma's gone, then we're fine. Like,
restaurants are closing back down next month.
Because of flu season.
I got my flu shot.
I'm predicting it.
It would be a thing if people just like knew how to stay home when they were sick. That would be the best part.
Well,
like,
that's the thing in general. It's like just stay home when you need to stay home. I mean, like even though we're here in Palm Springs, we really haven't been out. We might go to the barracks today for beer bus, but even then, it's like
you gonna get it. You're gonna get it at barracks.
No, but like
I've heard stories already.
You still have to order food everywhere you go, though. So it's like
there's still fucking going on there.
Yeah, there's no fucking. I mean, I don't know. So
wait, but the thing is like CCBC and all that, like saying like, "Hey, we're open. Come on back."
Here's the thing with CCBC. So CCBC is open. My barber told me this because I went to go get a haircut from one of the guys here. CCBC is open. They're charging $35 a day for a pass, but none of the play areas are open. So you can only go and play, only lay out by the pool. You can't have sex in the pool. You can't have sex outside of the pool. You can only have sex in someone's room if they invite you. So how likely is that? I was like, fuck that. I was like, I have alcohol and a pool here by my house that we're staying at. I don't need to go pay $35 to see someone swinging their dick. Okay.
That's all it is that it's just been, and like, ugh. Yeah. I don't know. It just it felt dirty before COVID, and now they go to like CCBC. Like, feels like, okay, well, I don't want to keep my mask on for things, and so I don't want to be around people, so I'm going to go to my own private house.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. I mean, like that's if you're going to be going somewhere that's going to be like out and about, like get yourself a private home and get your bubble and just be with your bubble. I mean, really. So do your drugs at home.
Exactly.
All these people who are like out there doing drugs at circuit parties, like go home. You don't even know if you like. I bet you if you put on loud music in a weird light, like you would think that you were at the same place.
Exactly. Like go buy a strobe light, girl. Go buy.
Go sit in your corner with your ketamine and whatever else you're doing because it's ridiculous.
Buy Jock Jams 99, put it on repeat, okay?
Just put on Spice Girls. Have your life. Like,
just get some pots and pans, girl. Go on, pots and pans and pots and pans.
I don't get it. I don't get the like. I understand. Like, I want to go out somewhere. Like, I would love to be out and about.
Yeah.
But then, like, the moment that you get to the nightclub and when you see all those people inside without their mask on and they don't take your temperature to work, something inside go,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like I want to go places like Gunther's restaurant, like where you have to like sit apart from somebody.
Yeah.
Like somebody will come take your drink order and that kind of thing.
Last night we were in. It was the most busiest we've ever been last night.
That's crazy.
I ranked 3,200.
Wow.
How does your line go? Does it do reservations or how does that work?
It's just first come first serve, and we stopped seating at 10 o'clock because there was a line, and we're like, sorry everyone, good night, we're not seating anymore because we couldn't keep up, and like every seat was taken.
Yeah. See, that's what happens, and so the thing is, which is good though, because our places they need that. Our places need that right now. Our places close.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is there's a proper way of doing things and there's an improper way of doing things. And I think that's just really kind of where it is.
Exactly.
I don't want to speak for the two of you guys, but the thing is like to say that like, you know, we like to get out and about. We want to be like, you know, to kiki it up. But the thing is you just can't be stupid right now. Just don't be stupid.
Yeah.
Like do what you need to do. Wear a mask. Be, you know, and if you do find yourself in a precarious situation, then go home for 2 weeks. Stay home for 10 days. And like and order in and get fat and sassy at home. So, but anyways, that is that. So next week, does Salt Lake City start next week?
No,
we have another week.
November 11th.
They kept pushing it back.
Like a month. 3 weeks.
Yeah, like a month.
And they better not do Salt Lake City better start on the 11th, and it better not be off on the week of Thanksgiving, and then off again on Christmas. And off. They're gonna stretch that shit out, and we're gonna get like 3 episodes, a break, another 2 episodes, and then a break for 2 weeks. That's what they're gonna do to us with Salt Lake. I have a feeling because it's probably gonna be good as hell. We're putting a lot of rice in the basket right here, so, like it's just something there. But we still got Potomac that's happening. It's going strong. And then we'll be dipping into a little bit of OC. I don't know. And so we're talking about all the other kind of little things. I don't want to show it now because I can't turn this camera around. But anyways, my mics and everything came in. So
Yay!
Yeah. And so Anthony's podcast, which we have recorded episodes for our first season. So he has like one that we're doing for professionally for the work, for the jobs. And, so we've got his logo and everything else is going to be banging out. So that'll be going out here pretty soon. And then as soon as his product is out there, then I'm going to be changing this product up a little bit. So it's going to be fun. So I'll be sending you guys like little mics to use at home. So we can do it in an audio way and over like Zoom. So it won't be all crazy and digitized. So because today was a mess. Okay. But anyways.
That's very on brand for us, though. So that's very.
The thing is, like in my professional life, I have no time for this. So when it's my personal projects like this, it's all hell breaks loose. You know what I mean? Like, so it's just kind of life. But anyways, this has been a cute day. So if you guys want to follow everybody that's on this, you guys can follow Nelson on IG at Yas Queen. That's W. So it's all kinds of fucked up letters in the middle, I know. And then we also got Gunther. You make sure you guys follow him at Gunther Vander Rules on IG. And then over at TikTok, he's got 8,000 followers. As soon as he grand, he could become a financial influencer and they would pay him for his videos. So he's making those rounds. So pay him for them wigs. And all the dresses. Like There's so many wigs and dresses that you own now.
So many.
It is insane. Like, do you have a drag closet?
No, they're just all over my living room.
It's like, who's your roommate? Who's your name? No, that's me. Like,
They're just
do you do-
everywhere.
do you do drag? Yep. Like, so make sure
And
you
TikTok.
like and subscribe. Bitches at YouTube. Thanks so much, Nelson. This look is just ridiculous today.
It's worldly. It's worldly.
Okay, boys, love you. Good night,
Love you
to a
all.
lower level.
Lower level.
Bye.
Good night.